So this series, we're going to have a chat about the experiences we have dealing with a recruitment consultant. So to break it down, there are two parties we're dealing with as a consultant, so the client and the candidate. So I want to talk about candidate side today, and I want input from your topics by your experiences so we can keep this conversation going. So today, one for the candidates. After applying for a role, going for an interview with a recruiter, and you haven't heard back. Okay, so there are multiple explanations for this. First up, they are still interviewing more candidates for the role and they're creating a shortlist, okay, to present to the client. Second one is your CV has been represented, it's been forwarded, or a conversation's been held with the client and they're waiting to hear back. Thirdly, unfortunately, you might not have made the shortlist, but they haven't told you yet. So see the trend. The common denominator here is there's lack of communication, okay? It is the recruiter's responsibility 100% to communicate to all candidates interviewed in the process what the next stages are. If you're unsure of this, ask them. So there are a lot of candidates that I'll meet with and they'll tell me that they're unsure if they've actually been represented. So they've met the recruiter, they've been interviewed, but they still don't really know 100% whether or not their CV's been put forward. So ask them, what can you do about this? Okay, before you walk away from the interview with a recruiter, ask them, okay, so what is the process? Where to from here? When do I hear back from you? Secondly, find out if you've, further down the track, you might not have heard anything. Find out if you've actually been represented. If your CV and portfolio has been put forward to the client, find out for sure. Never, ever assume because you've met with a recruiter that they've put you forward. You need to ask them. Thirdly, you can see if you can get a timeline or breakdown from the recruitment consultant as to the client's expectations. When the client wants to start interviewing and when they want to make a decision to employ someone. Ask when you hear back from them, the client. So see if the recruiter, ask the recruiter if they can call you as soon as you hear back from the client. So from time to time, the client may reject a candidate based on a CV that we've sent through. So you need to know this as soon as possible. So then you can get cracking, cross that off your list and look at other roles. While from a candidate's perspective, you may feel that it's solely on the recruitment consultant to come back to you with any feedback. That is correct. But I want to portray to the market that we talk to hundreds of people. We're talking to candidates, we're talking to clients, we're fielding calls from applicants who are interested in the role and want to chat. So while that's no excuse, keep that in mind. We're balancing expectations from new applicants, current candidates, and clients. Let me know another topic around your expectations with a recruitment consultant, good and bad, and let's keep the conversation going.